Everyone hated this cat. It was chaos on four legs, impossible to catch, until the night revealed something no one could explain. The complaints started in September. Mrs. Delacroix from apartment 3B called first.
"There is a demon in our basement."
The property manager laughed. A demon?
"A cat. A wild cat. It attacks anyone who goes down there."
Braden Holloway dismissed her concerns. He had managed Riverside Apartments for 12 years. He could handle one stray cat. He was wrong. The cat appeared overnight. Nobody knew where it came from. A massive black tom with yellow eyes. Scarred face. Missing half an ear. Residents called him Shadow. Others called him Devil Cat. The name that stuck was Nightmare. Nightmare made the basement his kingdom. His fortress. His hunting ground. The laundry room became a war zone. Residents found their clothes shredded. Detergent bottles knocked over. Fabric softeners spilled everywhere. "I went to get my clothes," said Quinley from 2C. "That thing came out of nowhere. Scratched my arm to pieces." She showed the security camera footage. Claw marks. Blood dripping down her forearm. The attacks escalated daily. Nightmare would hide behind the water heater. Wait for victims. Then strike without warning. Dr. Bracken from 4A tried to befriend him. Left food bowls. Spoke softly. Moved slowly. Nightmare shredded his shirt. Left bloody scratches across his chest. "I am a veterinarian," Dr. Bracken said. "I have handled thousands of cats. This one is different." "Different how?" "This cat wants war." Nightmare discovered the dumpster area. His new battlefield. Every morning brought fresh chaos. Garbage bags ripped open. Trash scattered everywhere. Rats drawn to the mess. "I take out my trash," said Mr. Castellanos from 1A. "That cat jumps from the dumpster. Knocks me down. Steals my garbage bag." Residents found their trash dragged into dark basement corners. Mixed with dead mice. Dead birds. Rotting food. The smell became unbearable. "The health department will shut us down," Braden told the building owner. "We need professional help." They called animal control. Officer Sinclair arrived with traps. Tranquilizer gun. Years of experience. "One cat? No problem." She set up humane traps. Used tuna as bait. Waited overnight. Morning came. Traps were empty. Tuna was gone. "Smart cat," she admitted. "Let me try different bait." She used catnip. Chicken. Salmon. Even valerian root. Nightmare avoided every trap. Somehow he knew. Officer Sinclair tried direct capture. Protective gear. Net launcher. Backup officers. They searched the basement for 3 hours. Found nothing. Where does he hide? Officer Sinclair wondered. The answer came that night. Security cameras caught him. Moving through shadows. Disappearing into impossible spaces. "Look at this footage," Braden showed the residents. He squeezes behind the furnace. Into gaps barely 6 inches wide. Nightmare had found every secret passage. Every hidden space. Every route between walls. He moved through the building like a ghost. Appeared anywhere. Vanished instantly. The residents grew paranoid. Afraid to use the basement. Afraid to take out trash. Property values began dropping. Not everyone hated Nightmare. Some residents defended him. "He keeps the rats away," said elderly Mrs. Ashworth from 5C. "First time in 20 years I have not seen mice." She left food bowls in the hallway. Fresh water. Warm blankets. Other residents were furious. "That cat is dangerous," shouted Mr. Greystone from 3A. "My daughter is afraid to come home." Building meetings became war zones. Pro-cat versus anti-cat. Neighbors stopped speaking. Friendships ended. The building split into two camps. Nightmare sensed the division. Grew bolder. More aggressive. He began leaving gifts at doorsteps. Dead mice arranged in perfect lines. Bird heads placed precisely on welcome mats. "It is psychological warfare," Dr. Bracken observed. "He knows exactly what he is doing." The cat started stealing. Rugs disappeared from hallways. Dragged into basement darkness. Never found again. Nightmare had claimed the entire basement as his territory. No human was safe. Before we continue with the shocking truth about this cat, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. You won't believe how this story ends. By December, life in the building became unbearable. Some residents were moving out. New tenants refused to sign leases. "That cat is costing me thousands," the building owner told Braden. "Fix this problem. Or find another job." Braden hired professional exterminators. They came with poison, traps, lethal solutions. "We will handle your cat problem," the lead exterminator promised. Guaranteed results. They set up baits throughout the basement. Industrial strength poison. Enough to kill 10 cats. The next morning, all baits were untouched. But something else happened. Nightmare left a message. Every apartment door had scratches. Deep gouges in the wood. Deliberate patterns. Like claw marks spelling words. "Look at this," Braden called Dr. Bracken. "What do you see?" The scratches were too precise to be random. Too organized to be accidental. "He is marking territory," Dr. Bracken said slowly. "Or sending a message." "What message?" "That he understands. He knows we tried to poison him." That night, Nightmare's behavior changed completely. The attacks stopped. The garbage raids ended. He disappeared. For 3 days, nobody saw him. No scratches. No stolen rugs. No dead mice. Maybe he left, Mrs. Delacroix hoped. Maybe he found somewhere else. The building felt peaceful. Quiet. Normal. Then came the night that changed everything. At around 12 p.m., Mrs. Ashworth smelled smoke in her 5th-floor apartment. "Something is burning," she told her neighbor. "But I cannot find the source." The smoke was coming from apartment 5D. The Fenwick family apartment. They were supposed to be out of town. Visiting relatives in Portland. The apartment should be empty. The fire started in the kitchen. Electrical malfunction. Old wiring sparked behind the refrigerator. Flames spread quickly through the apartment. Smoke filled the hallways. Fire alarms screamed throughout the building. Residents evacuated in panic. "Everyone out!" Braden shouted. "Move to the parking lot." The fire department arrived within 10 minutes. They focused on containing the blaze, preventing spread to other units. The building record showed apartment 5D is vacant. Family out of town. No reason to search inside. After 30 minutes, the fire was officially contained. Residents waited in the parking lot. Damage assessment would begin in the morning. Captain Mitchell prepared to clear the scene. Another routine apartment fire. No casualties. Job well done. Then something strange happened. Nightmare appeared near the fire truck. Soaking wet from the hoses. Fur singed black. Yellow eyes reflecting the emergency lights. He approached the firefighters directly. Something he had never done with any human. "Look at that cat," Officer Rivas pointed. Nightmare began meowing frantically. Not his usual threatening yowl. This sound was different. Desperate. Urgent. He ran toward the building entrance. Stopped. Looked back at the firefighters. Meowed again. "What's wrong with that cat?" Captain Mitchell wondered. Nightmare repeated the behavior. Run toward building. Stop. Look back. Meow desperately. He wants us to follow him, Officer Rivas realized. Cats don't act like that, Captain Mitchell said. Something's wrong. Captain Mitchell had 20 years' experience. He had seen animals act strangely during emergencies. Rivas, come with me. Let's see what this cat wants. They followed Nightmare into the building. He moved quickly up the stairs. No hesitation. No fear of the smoke. He led them straight to the 5th floor. Directly to apartment 5D. At the door, Nightmare's behavior became frantic. He threw himself against the wood. Clawed desperately. His meows became howls. He's trying to get inside, Officer Rivas observed. But this apartment is supposed to be empty, Captain Mitchell checked his notes. Family's out of town. Nightmare continued his desperate assault on the door. His urgency was unmistakable. Something's in there, Captain Mitchell decided. Break it down. The firefighters broke down the door immediately. Thick smoke poured out. Emergency lights revealed a figure on the living room floor. Emma Henderson. 16 years old. Unconscious from smoke inhalation. We have a victim. Captain Mitchell radioed. 5th floor, apartment 5D. Need paramedics immediately. Officer Rivas checked Emma's pulse. Weak but steady. She was still breathing. How long has she been unconscious? The paramedic asked when they arrived. Unknown. Could be in 20 minutes or more. Emma was rushed to the hospital. Emergency oxygen. Intensive care monitoring. The doctors were cautiously optimistic. She'll recover fully. But if she'd been in there much longer. They didn't need to finish the sentence. Captain Mitchell looked at Nightmare. The cat sat quietly in the hallway, watching as Emma was carried away. That cat saved her life, Officer Rivas said quietly. How did he know she was inside? Captain Mitchell wondered. Nobody had an answer. As Emma recovered in the hospital, the truth about that night began emerging. The residents learned about Emma's early return. Her parents rushed back from Chicago, devastated by guilt and gratitude. We had no idea, Mr. Henderson said through tears. She was supposed to be at her friend's birthday party. But the bigger revelation was about Nightmare himself. Captain Mitchell visited the building the next day. He wanted to understand what happened. I've been a firefighter for 20 years, he told the assembled residents. I've never seen an animal behave like that. Dr. Walsh examined the cat properly for the first time. What he found changed everything about their understanding. This cat has been living rough for years, he explained. These scars are not from fights. They are from abuse. Nightmare had been tortured. Burned with cigarettes. Hit with objects. starved. He learned to survive by being aggressive, Dr. Walsh continued. By never trusting humans. The basement had been his sanctuary. His safe space. His fortress against a world that had hurt him. Looking back, residents remembered the truth. Emma made a full recovery. When she returned home, she asked about the cat that saved me. Her grandfather brought her to the basement. Nightmare approached slowly. Cautiously. For the first time, he allowed human touch. Emma petted his scarred head gently. Nightmare purred. A sound none of the residents had ever heard from him. Thank you, Emma whispered. You saved my life. From that day forward, everything changed. The residents stopped calling him Nightmare. His new name was Hero. Mrs. Patterson officially adopted him. Gave him a proper home on the 5th floor. Medical care. Love. Hero's aggressive behavior disappeared completely. He became the building's guardian. Friendly to all residents. Protective of children. He just needed to know he was safe, Dr. Walsh explained. Once he felt secure, his true nature emerged. Sometimes the most broken among us become the strongest. Sometimes the most feared become the most beloved. And sometimes the creature everyone wants gone is exactly the one everyone needs. Hero taught 47 families that judgment is easy. Understanding is hard. But compassion can transform both the giver and the receiver. Thank you for watching this incredible story of survival, redemption, and heroism. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing stories that will restore your faith in the power of second chances.